So we have a problem here. This is a complex rational expression. It's like a complex fraction. So what we do is we're going to use two methods. The first method is the division method. And when we use the division method, the first step is simplify, combine the terms in the numerator, combine the terms in the denominator. Now, when we look at the numerator, it's 1 over 1 and 2 over a. We can combine them. That is, we can subtract one from the other only if there's a common denominator. And quite clearly here, the common denominator is a in the numerator and in the denominator. So 1 over 1, and I'm going to multiply with a to make the denominator in a, minus 2 over a, the whole divided by, and do the exact same thing. So you have a 1 over 1, and we multiply with a, and multiply with a, the numerator and denominator, and then minus 3 over a. Now what we're doing here is combining the fractions in the numerator and the denominator. Simplify the numerator, simplify the denominator. So the numerator becomes a minus 2 over a, and in the denominator we have a minus 3 over a. This is clearly a complex expression. Next, we use the method of division. Now remember, this line of division, we're going to write it as a minus 2 over a divided by a minus 3 over a. That is equal to a minus 2 over a times a over a minus 3. So now we cancel the common factors, if any, and then write the final answer as a rational expression in the lowest terms. Now we're going to use a different method now. We're going to use the second method where, let me just do it here. We're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the LCM of all the denominators. Look at all the denominators. Here we have an a, we have an a. So what we're going to do is we have 1 minus 2 over a, and we're going to multiply with a because that is the LCM of all the denominators, not just the numerator. And then we have 1 minus 3 over a, and then we multiply by a. So a is the LCD of all the denominators in every rational expression. So use the distributive property. 1 times a is a minus 2 over a times a, the whole divided by a times 1 is a minus 3 over a times a. We cancel, and then now notice that all the denominators are gone, and what we have is a simple rational expression, a minus 2 over a minus 3. So the technique here was multiply the numerator with the LCD and multiply the denominator with the LCD, and the LCD is calculated based on all the denominators. Now let's do another problem. Let's look at the next one. So this is another example. Now look at all the denominators. You have x, y, x, and y, right? So this is a complex rational expression. Now we're going to simplify it by using the division method first. So we're using method 1, which is the division method, which means we simplify the numerator first. The LCM of x to the 1 is one number and y to the 1 is the other number. Is pick the largest x, pick the largest y, and it's xy. So in order to get an xy, we multiply the numerator and denominator with a y, multiply the numerator and denominator with an x. So that's how I have a common denominator, which is xy, and the numerator I have y plus y plus 2x, the whole divided by, and we do the exact same thing in the denominator. Multiply. So the next step is y plus 2x over xy divided by the denominator, which is another rational function, rational expression, 2y plus x over xy. Next we have the same rational expression times, and now we flip the fraction on the right, so that's xy over 2y plus x. We cancel common factors if any, and clearly these two are common factors, and we're left with y plus 2x over 2y plus x. Now we'll solve the exact same problem using a different method, and the other method is multiplying the numerator and denominator with the LCM or the LCD, the least common denominator, of all the fractions that you see in the entire expression. So we have x and we have y, so it's x to the 1, y to the 1. Pick the largest in each, and it's x to the 1 times y to the 1. So the next step is multiply the numerator and denominator with the LCD, the least common denominator, and that is xy. Distribute the xy, so it's 1 over x in the numerator times xy plus 2 over y times xy divided by 2 over x times xy, so we're distributing the xy, plus 1 over y times xy. Now cancel common factors, and all the denominators will be eliminated this way. So the complex expression now becomes a simple rational expression. We're left with a y plus 2x over 2y plus x. Nothing cancels. There's no common factor. That's a factor. This is a factor. Nothing common. So that's the end of the problem. So this is the final answer in the lowest terms. We have one more here. We're going to use the division method first. 3x plus 1 over x squared minus 49 divided by, so this is divided by 9x squared minus 1 over x minus 7. Don't skip this step unless you're absolutely confident. Write it down first and then do the flipping of the fraction on. So this is x squared minus 49 times, flip the fraction on the right, x minus 7 over 9x squared minus 1. Now all you have to do is factor the numerator. So we have 3x plus 1 times x minus 7. Make sure you have parentheses. Over. Now there was nothing to factor in the numerator, but in the denominator, x squared minus 49. So x squared minus 49, recognize that 49 is 7 squared. It's a square, so this is a difference of squares. So if you remember, that is x minus 7. So write the same expression without the squares and then write it with the opposite sign. So that's x plus 7 times x minus 7 times, and then now we have 9x squared minus 1. When you see a 9, you have to think of it as a square. So that's really a 3 squared x squared minus 1, which can also be written as 1 squared. So this is 3x the whole squared minus 1 squared. That's equal to 3x plus 1 times 3x minus 1. So let's write this down. 3x plus 1 times 3x minus 1. So factor numerator, factor the denominator, and now just cancel common factors. X minus 7 with the x minus 7, 3x plus 1 with the 3x plus 1. Now that we've cancelled all common factors, notice that the numerator is a 1, and what's left over is in the denominator, x plus 7 times 3x minus 1.